JRM Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of WPIAL High School Basketball, produced by JRM Video Productions.
Coming to you live from Sewickley Academy High School, it is JRM Sports coverage, continuing coverage of Sewickley Academy basketball, as this evening it's the Panthers of Sewickley Academy taking on the Lions of Propel Braddock Hill. Hi everybody, I'm Matt Fargo, joined alongside courtside Damon McDermott. Happy New Year to you here on JRM Sports, and after a very successful 2025, Damon, they look to turn the page. These Panthers look to turn the page into 2026 with championship aspirations, and one of very few teams in the WPIL still without a loss as they turn into 2026.
Yeah, and for some teams that might be a lot of pressure, but for this team it's almost a given this year. Now again, I would be the first one, I don't want to jinx them, but when you win 2 6A games in a row as a 2A school, when you go back to your 2A section play, might be a little bit easy to you, but you can't look ahead. Any team can get hot at any time. So, again, tonight you got to keep doing exactly what you've been doing, execute, knock down those shots, and it should be another good night for Sewickley.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the tail of the tape. Is the last time we saw these Panthers, that was the Holiday Hoops Classic out of PPG Paints Arena. Sewickley Academy had a big win there against Pine Richland. You see the points per game, 71.7 there, and Propel has struggled, just 2 wins on the year.
Yeah, and it's one of those programs, it seems like they're in a rebuilding year. You're trying to get a lot of experience to some younger underclassmen starting for the first time. But when you play the Sewickley team, they're not going to let you try to score more than you see right there, 33.5 points. Propel Braddock only 36 points per game. It could be a game where if they don't get off to an early start, you look at that scoreboard and you go, when did we get down by 10, by 20? And when you're Sewickley, they'll suffocate you until they can get that mercy roll going, and then they can roll into their underclassmen.
Yeah, Sewickley tested themselves in the schedule portion of the later moments of the year with playing up in classification. A lot of teams choosing to travel, but this time the Panthers were able to challenge themselves and stayed in Western Pennsylvania while doing it.
Yeah, and playing a Pine Richland team, they might not have the best record in 6A, but they've been competitive with North Hills, with Fox Chapel, with all these teams. And for the first time, Sewickley in that game, they weren't bigger than everybody else in every single matchup. They actually had to fight for rebounds. They had to shoot over guys. So I think, and then another good game against Butler, that adjusts them well. It shows that they're ready for the playoffs. They're ready for a battle against Jeanette at some point in this season. I think that's great. For a team like this, to give them challenges in between the year, because if you are Mike Isolino, I know you can harp on everything in practice, but these players want to play against the best competition when they can, and it kind of gives them a wake-up call. Remember, in that Pine game, they were down late, and then they kind of woke up and they won that game in the third and fourth quarter.
Let's take a look at the keys of the game. How do you get a win here tonight, Damon?
Well, if you're Braddock, you're going to have to shoot very well because you know you're giving up a lot of size. So for them, they're going to have to protect the ball. They're going to have to make shots. They're going to have to make the most of every single possession, and they're going to have to play with energy on defense. And for Sewickley, we know how it goes. Their pace is better than anybody. They can score with anybody in the whole entire whip. You'll use that depth to stay fresh. We'll see multiple freshmen out here, the Tall brothers. You'll see Eric Cracion, who's really come on this year, Adam McKimba, Mama Duquesne. And then again, you got to limit Braddock's scores as much as you can because they're going to try to shoot that 3 ball and keep themselves in this ball game.
All right, it's the Panthers and the Lions, a little cat fight here tonight on JRM Sports, and it comes back. Tip-off starting lineups when we come back to Sewickley Academy and Wim Palmer Court. Stick around.
Growing up at Sewickley Academy, every single step is a giant leap towards extraordinary, where students are excited about school and develop a love for learning. Our early childhood students begin their adventure here in a world of discovery and wonder, building, creating, and stretching their imaginations, sharing curiosities, and kindness. We help each child with routines that build self-confidence. We lean into learning through exploration, allowing time to observe, question, and reflect. Through personalized attention, we see firsthand what excites them to learn and create lessons from the things they're most interested in, exploring new vocabulary to help communicate thoughts, developing math skills to problem solve, and even discovering talents and passions. Many steps are taken each day, and we make every one count. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
Stay connected with all the action. Follow JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Get the latest highlights, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite sports. Don't miss a second. Follow us today.
At Sewickley Academy, we blend a classical education with an eye towards the future. Growing up here, students benefit from continuous innovation and endless creativity, helping to build their character and confidence. Where they are free to experiment in an environment that encourages collaboration and sparks imagination. And where learning goes beyond the classroom walls, balancing structured academics with play-based experiences. Every student's interest is cultivated from the first day to inspire a lifelong love of learning, with guidance that fosters independence, goals, and skills. Growing up at Sewickley Academy means building a solid foundation for future growth and development, where students become who they're meant to be. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
We're back on Wim Palmer Court. Sewickley Academy getting set to take on Propel Braddock Hills in a conference matchup here in 2026. The Panthers 8-0 on the season, taking on the Lions. And we'll take a look at the starting lineups first for the Lions of Propel Braddock Hills. They'll put out on the floor a 5'10 senior guard, Braylon Davids-Clay, a 5'9 junior guard, that's Noah Amoka, a 5'10 junior guard, Harry Simpson, a 6'3 junior forward, Malik Jeter, and a 6'4 senior forward, Caden Akatue. That's the starting lineup for the Lions. And for your Sewickley Academy Panthers, it's the 6' sophomore guard, Drew Steele. A 5'8", I beg your pardon, it's going to be a 6'8 sophomore forward, Mamadou Kane. Number 33 in your program, a 6'8 junior forward, Adami Kimba. And a 5'8 senior guard, number 2, Caden Battles. And a 6'4 senior forward, Lucas Grimsley, who has led the Panthers in scoring each of the last 2 seasons and is on his way again. And I think that's the hardest part about this Sewickley Academy team from a schematic and recruiting scouting system is you don't know who's going to go off in any one game. And that's what Sewickley's been so dangerous, is because it really is. And I think it gets overused at times, Damon, but it is pick your poison.
It really is. And for Lucas Grimsley, he could be playing another school and probably averaging 25, and people around the Whippy would be talking about him every single day. He still was an all-state second teamer, but he's only averaging a little bit over 12 this year. And again, for another team, he would be that guy shooting 15 times a game. On this team, he only needs to shoot 6 or 5 times a game. So, again, no matter who you have to go against for this Sewickley team, they can get hot at any time. You'll see this with their starting lineup and the guys coming off the bench tonight.
It's the Panthers winning the opening tip, and Battles controls at the point. Battles going to Steele. Inside to Ikemba, and then outside to Grimsley, a triple that misses. Trying to open up the game with a money ball.
Braddock came out with a 2-3 zone. They're daring Sewickley to shoot. They miss on their first three-point attempt.
Akatue hands it off. Harry Simpson pulled it back outside. Braylon Davids-Clay operates and falls down, and he walked. Courtesy of the defensive pressure there by Drew Steele.
Drew Steele looks like he's limping just a hair off of that contact. You'll see here on a replay. Almost went knee to knee, which they did. Did not feel the nicest there.
Outside, Grimsley trying to get that 3 to fall. 0 for 2 for the day. And a minute gone by exactly, and we don't have a score yet.
Still working off some of those Christmas cookies, possibly. You know, it's.
I know I am.
I am as well. But again, these are teenagers. You know, you're coming back from Christmas break. A lot of these guys, you might get a couple days off with no practice.
There was a turnover there. Man inbounding stepped on the line, so turns it over right back to Sewickley. Catch and shoot three for Grimsley, and third time the charm.
I like that out of him. He could have been discouraged after missing your first two after Christmas break, but they trust him no matter what, and here comes that trap.
Pushed up the floor. Davis Clay off the window too hard. Rebound pulled down by Ikemba. Let it ahead. Grimsley on the left hand. Grimsley switches to the right. Misses. Ikemba recycles for two.
Great offensive board there. It looked like Braddock was slowing them down, but now they're getting sped up by Sewickley.
Amoka lost it, then regains control of it. Moved it into the corner. Then a three on the way that is thrown up and missed by Malik Jeter. Transition again. Ikemba two-handed flush.
Matt, they are flying around with this press. It seems like those two first shots were a wake-up call, and now they're ready to go.
Davis Clay operates.
It is insane how fast they switched the pace of the game. It seemed like Braddock slowed them down with that zone, and they said, all right, we've had enough.
And being comfortable with whatever style they want to play with you, and then can change it whenever you want to flip the switch.
It's because these big guys right here, you see them up top, Mamadou and Adam Ikemba, they can guard all five positions, and they can run up and down the court.
Driving Simpson, stops his dribble. Help arrives as he shovels it over to Akatue.
What I like from Braddock is they're not forcing anything. They're going to keep resetting until they find something, so you are slowing Sewickley down.
Davis Clay, mid-range doesn't fall. Scooped up by Battles, led it ahead to Grimsley. Grimsley on the right hand.
They are so good. As soon as they know somebody has a rebound, there's a turnover, and Grimsley gets another two.
Steal and score for Grimsley.
What I was trying to say is they know the boards are coming from one of their big guys. They can just run right down the court and get open for an outlet pass.
Grimsley has 7 of the 11. And a timeout taken by Propel Braddock Hills as the first foul of our ball game goes against Braylon Davis Clay. And it is 11-0 Sewickley Academy out of the gate. And, you know, with 5:06 to go, Damon, at the 7-minute mark, there had been no score. And just about 3 minutes later, Sewickley has an 11-point lead.
Yeah, again, Grimsley missed those first two threes, and Braddock was playing his zone, and it seems like as soon as Sewickley caught that first basket to fall and they made Braddock inbound the basketball and they could trap him, it was pretty much, don't want to say game over yet, but I mean, it just makes Braddock play a whole different type of game. I like how offensively they're trying to slow Sewickley down, but you have to hit those shots. If you're only going to take one a possession and you're not going to get an offensive rebound, it's going to be a long night. And then Sewickley right away, as soon as they get that board, they have someone down the court ready to dunk it like we saw with Ikemba, or Grimsley gets an and-one layup.
So out of the foul, Grimsley to the line and completes.
Well, I said he was only averaging a little bit over 12 this year. He has 8 in the first 3 minutes. You might have heard.
Double team at center court, and somehow was able to find Akatue, who goes to the rack and misses there, blocked by Ikemba. Mamadou, no look into the corner. Grimsley for a triple that's missed. Ikemba battles for the rebound, saves it from going out of bounds, able to move it over to Grimsley and resets it now to Mamadou. Back outside to Steals. Grimsley inside to Ikemba. Mamadou cleans it up. And what a series there for the Panthers.
Love the no-look pass by Mamadou in the corner, showing what he can do, and then he had another great pass off that offensive rebound.
There's Ikemba with the steal. A little give and go and a two-handed jam for Mamadou Kane. Left side of the lane, in trouble, in traffic, pulled away by Grimsley. Outlet to Battles. Here's Mamadou one more time. Deja vu for 23.
Thought we might see a windmill or I know Mamadou's got it in him. He's been practicing them. Right there, just a real calm two-handed jam.
18-0 lead for the Panthers, and another steal there. Mamadou one more time. Here comes Kane. No look to Ikemba! And it's a slam dunk contest here at Sewickley Academy. 3 in a row. Inside to Jeter and a foul. First one against the Panthers here in the first. Goes against steals, and here comes your highlight package of high percentage shots.
Yeah, I don't know how many high school teams can have a mixtape in the first 5 minutes of dunks, but you see 2 right there. We've had 3 in this first quarter, and it seems like the big guys always want to one-up each other as well.
Lions trying to get something going, and it rolls out of bounds. It will stay with Braddock. Cornell Allen freshly into the ball game for the Lions. Davis Clay to Allen. Into the corner. Battle. Lost it. Taken away there, and Mamadou is fouled. That's going to go against Braylon Davis Clay. That'll be his second.
Mamadou getting a call for once there. And Braddock was like, what do you want me to do right there? I'm just trying to get the ball off the big guy. But they did reach a little bit too far right there. And 20-0. We said it might be hard to score in this game. It seems Sewickley so far has been relentless playing defense.
Mamadou, mid-range, pure.
Then when you see him starting to knock those down, and then his three-point shot, you go, how do we defend this guy?
Turnaround block by Ikemba. Grimsley leads it over to Battles, and he lays it up and in for Caden Battles. He's on the score sheet. And a timeout taken by Propel Braddock Hills. It's 24-0 with 2:22 to go here in the first.
The speed, again, off of those outlet passes. You saw Caden Battles 3/4 of the way down the court before he even got that pass from one of his big guys. It is unbelievable how much they trust each other. There's a no-look pass to the other big man on the dunk. And then Mamadou Kane, when he can start hitting these fadeaways, when you have defenders in his face, he'll even hit a couple threes. You wonder, who is this guy? How many college offers is this guy going to get? He's so talented, and there's that layup I was talking about on that outlet pass for Caden Battles.
I get nostalgic in games like this, Damon, because it does bring back memories of how dominant Lincoln Park was. And, of course, there's some elements to the Sewickley team. Greg Sircone was an assistant coach on that team. Mark Grandinetti is doing the public address. He was a PA announcer for that team. But the not worrying about the score and just worrying about taking business, because you can't really worry about what everybody else is doing. You have to worry about executing, and that is challenging at times, especially we forget that they're teenagers, especially when you look out there and see the size
6'8",
that they
6'5".
do.
But no, I agree with you. And I know we're talking about basketball, but just look at college football right now, and you have people like Signetti and Saban talk about it. A lot of the times the best teams, they don't worry about anybody else. They just worry about what they're doing. And then people think it's ridiculous when a coach gets mad when they're up by 50, but that's why they're so good.
Yeah, because you're not changing how you execute.
Every single possession is valuable to learn something.
Steals to Battles. Battles up strong and fouled.
You'll hear Coach Isolino, even when they're up right now by 24, nice pass, nice swing pass, or he'll tell a guy if he made the wrong play or the wrong shot, and that's why they're so good. Other teams will say, well, they're so big and they have all this depth, but they're also really well coached, and they execute everything that they're told to do on the court as well.
Battles first at the line, rims out. Mentioned Mike Isolino in his second season at Sewickley Academy now. Added Trey Woodall to the assistant coaching staff this year, along with Greg Sircone and Mike Fitzgerald, who returned from last year. When you got guys that have played, have coached, done it at every level.
At Pitt and the NBA.
The high school level. And only has you prepared that much more. Drive it on the right hand Davis Clay can't get it. Fetching that one's Grimsley, and he outlets it to Drew Steele. Steele reverses to Battles, who hits the triple.
Right there again, Drew Steele, maybe playing for another program. He's selfish, puts his head down, goes for a layup there. He's patient, finds a no-look pass in the corner for Caden Battles.
Davis Clay not knowing where to go with it. Gets it poked away, chases it back.
Clay's been the most confident. He's taken 2 shots, missed them both, but he has a nice handle on him. It's just there's no space out here, how well Sewickley defends.
Now, how much is Sewickley looking with a minute to go? They want this 0 to stay on that board right now. It's loose, and a kickball stays with Braddock. 52 ticks to Tock here in the first.
You know Braddock doesn't want to be shut out in the first either, so you're going to see a couple guys put up shots here.
Intercepted by Mamadou to Battles. Lay it up, and a recycled finish there. Nice follow by Ikemba.
He'll say it was a pass.
Yes.
He's throwing it off the backboard for Adam there.
But even something as clean as that, Damon.
Oh, you're following your guy.
Yeah.
A couple teams there would say, oh, he's going to make the layup. I don't have to follow him. They're right behind him the whole entire play.
25 seconds to go here in the first. 30-0. Poked away, out of bounds. Sewickley basketball with 21 seconds. Jameer Simpkins on the floor now for Braddock. Battles. Steele up top. Mamadou back to Steele. 3 on the way, off the rim. Grimsley trying to tip it back and throws it back, and it's tipped in. And that'll be Ikemba that gets credit for the final bucket of the first. End of 8 minutes, 32-0. Sewickley Academy over Propel Braddock Hills. A dominating first 8 by the great Panthers of Sewickley Academy. We will come back with more action. Stick around. More Sewickley Academy basketball live from Sewickley on JRM Sports.
Growing up at Sewickley Academy, every single step is a giant leap towards extraordinary, where students are excited about school and develop a love for learning. Our early childhood students begin their adventure here in a world of discovery and wonder, building, creating, and stretching their imaginations, sharing curiosities, and kindness. We help each child with routines that build self-confidence. We lean into learning through exploration, allowing time to observe, question, and reflect. Through personalized attention, we see firsthand what excites them to learn and create lessons from the things they're most interested in, exploring new vocabulary to help communicate thoughts, developing math skills to problem solve, and even discovering talents and passions. Many steps are taken each day, and we make every one count. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
Panthers lead Propel Braddock Hills 32-0 after 8 minutes with Damon McDermott, Matt Fargo with you. JRM Sports presentation of Panther basketball. And how long can the shutout go as the second line, if you will, is out there here for the Panthers?
Would be a starting line on a lot of teams. So it's like, oh, we get a break. We got some subs in. And then you start playing against them. You go, oh, my goodness, what did we get ourselves into?
Everybody but Mamadou is fresh out of the gate. Eric Cracion out on the floor along with Connor Toll. Jameer Guyton and Rob Southall. 3, and Robert Cracion. 8 minutes on the bench, comes up, triggers a 3, and it falls.
Yeah, Eric's done a lot of great things this year. You thought maybe the varsity hoops would be a little bit too fast for him, but he has come in this year, and he's been one of their best bench players. Super talented. You talk to him around the program. They are so excited about him. 3-and-D guy right now, but his game's going to keep evolving for sure.
Driving as Simpkins pulled it back outside to Battle. to Allen. Junior guard. Akatue. Double team, poked away. Kracion to Mamadou.
Very unselfish play. I really thought they were about to try to throw an alley-oop. It seems like Eric kind of doubled it. He's like, I'm just going to throw it off.
Driving is Allen, trying to get to the basket. Kracion denies. Pulled it out to Simpkins. Allen. Southall almost got to it.
Seems like Braddock, too. They're just surprised how this on-ball defense, they just never go away. They got no room to really dribble, and they aren't confident about trying to get the ball in the lane.
Throwing one towards the basket. Allen well short. Mamadou is fouled. Yeah, obviously you're in a tough situation if you're the Lions, but if you are the Lions, what are you trying to do here? I almost say, stop dribbling and start passing the basketball and moving the basketball faster than the man defense works.
And to me, anything you can do in this game now, the score is 37-0. Yeah. To me, you're trying small victories. Run some plays. Don't just keep going right back up top and not looking for much. You need some backdoor cuts, some on-ball screens, just something to kind of separate you from Sewickley. And then on defense, I would just guard every possession like it's 0-0 at this point.
Rob Southall gets on the score sheet.
Another guy, if he wasn't here, he would be talked about, I think, all around the WPIAL. Me and you saw him in the summer. Super impressive player, does everything right. We almost joke around that it's boring how he plays, but I mean that in the most perfect way. Oh, my goodness.
Just a rejection there by Jameer Guyton.
But, Rob, that is a compliment. We think you do about everything the right way when you're on there on the court. And look at the defense for the second unit when you have Guyton, you have Tall, you have Kracion, Southall.
Stop the dribble. Inlet pass inside to Davis Clay. And then they moved it right back outside. Driving right hand. Doesn't fall there for Battle. And a ball out of bounds. Stays with Propel. Long pass saved nicely there by Battle. And Battle threw that one away. Simpson had to try to save it, couldn't do it. Goes into the hands of the Panthers. Tall, bouncing inside Guyton. Contested shot doesn't fall. Southall's there to clean it up.
Just said he does everything right. You think Mamadou would get the rebound, but Southall's there to help as well. As Kracion just tied his shoe in the middle of the possession. Seems like he got back in time, though.
Blocked by Guyton. That's his second block of the quarter. You see Grimsley come on. Mamadou gets his first breather of the game.
Jameer Guyton's a guard, and he's had two of the biggest blocks I've seen of the year.
Kracion gets the foul. And Harry Simpson gingerly walks to the bench there. Battle got his pocket picked. Guyton behind the back. Kracion to Guyton. Oh, as pretty as it can be done. Davis Clay. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Davis Clay thought about it. Back out.
They just can't penetrate. You saw a pick and roll right there, and the interior defense, they are going to finally draw a foul there, but they just cannot get past them. I mean, the execution of Sewickley playing man or zone, they do so well moving laterally and playing help defense. But if I was Braddock, that's what you do right there. You just got to put your shoulder down, hope you get a layup, and you get a call at that point.
Braylon Davis Clay to break the deadlock here and has yet to do so. Comes up empty there. Tall thought about the three, pulled it out to Cracion, moves it around, and Grimsley short on it. Southall couldn't convert, and out of bounds off for the Panthers.
It's one of the first mistakes I've seen from Rob. I think he was surprised there was literally no one around him when he got that offensive rebound.
I'd like to see Connor pull up there.
Yeah, Connor or Cracion, both of them thought about it. They're very unselfish players, both with really nice passes. Grimsley ends up getting to take it, but they had 3 good shot opportunities right there, to be honest with you.
Sure. Davis Clay. Guarded by Grimsley. Pocket trying to pick his pocket and got called with the foul. Here's Caden Battles, one of the seniors.
This is probably the smallest lineup we'll see all year from Sewickley Academy when you have Tall and Battles, but Cracion's still 6. Look at this shot from back there, too. He took NBA 3 there, and Southall out there with Guyton.
Overcooked it, and that pass also overcooked and out of bounds. 2:35 to go in the first half. You know, Panthers, you were talking about the 6A competition that the Panthers faced towards the end of the calendar year, and then jump back into section play. It's kind of like warming up with a weighted bat and then getting your cuts.
It's like you're revving the engine, and now they're full throttle. I'm telling you, those 2 6A games I think are going to pay a lot of dividends for them.
They got another 5A game. Southall working down low.
Just seeing guys that they competed against, like I said, Pine Richland kind of punched them in the mouth to start the game. And to me, you need that a couple times a year. You can't coast the whole entire year.
And you know how good Pine Richland is. They only lost to Newcastle last night by 5.
They are a really good team. It's one of those teams that they're probably going to miss out on the playoffs, and you ask how, and they just lost too many games by 5, 3, 2 points. I've watched a lot of North Hills. My cousin plays at North Hills. Pine Richland played them super tough, and North Hills is a playoff team as well. So, again, Sewickley went up with one of the teams in 6A that definitely should make playoffs. They just might miss by a tiny margin.
Tall bouncing to Southall, lost control of it out of bounds.
6A is fun this year, too. There's a lot of good teams up there.
Yep. And they'll play another 5A team. They'll play Peters Township on the 24th. More non-conference action. Right here at Sewickley Academy, the Indians make a rare trip to Win Palmer Court.
Schedule them all. I think, again, they're moving up. So, again, conference will be a little bit tougher. But trust me, these kids want to compete with the best on best at all times.
3 on the way. Doesn't go for Jeter. Tall. Now he has an open look for a 3, and he can't leave him that wide open.
To me, what's so impressive there is he catches that, he takes his time, but I mean, right away that he does not hesitate. One of the best shooters in the WPIAL, in my opinion.
Foul going against Battles.
See a replay on there again. It's just such a confident shot. No hesitation, right in.
Allen. In and out. Guyton able to rip it away. Pulls it out, throws it right into the hands of Davis Clay. They're intercepted.
I think that was their first turnover.
And Davis Clay's going to put it in. First points at the 47-second mark.
It's a good move, too. Nice gather step right through the defense.
But they are on the board. Here's Tull, another three that doesn't fall. Davis Clay.
Shoot it again, young man. Had a nice shot before. Set up pick and roll and let him go.
Ten seconds. Akatue. Davis Clay going to have the honors here. Send one towards it and short. 48-2 at the end of 16. Panthers dominate the Lions in the first half. And I thought almost they were going to, we had the no-hitter watch and the shutout watch in the first half. We'll talk more about that when we come back. First half highlights and analysis on the back half of this break, and we'll get you ready for the second half of basketball. You are watching Sewickley Academy Panther basketball right here on JRM Sports.
At Sewickley Academy, a lifelong love for learning is sparked from day one, preparing students for college and beyond. Students are encouraged to think and learn independently and cooperatively, while having the flexibility to pursue their own interests across academics, athletics, and the arts. With small class sizes and a strong sense of community, students from the middle school to the senior school learn the value of collaboration and understanding. Regardless of age, Sewickley Academy students gain the confidence to lead, inspire, and excel. And every experience along the way shapes their future, allowing them to build the skills and character necessary to succeed. At Sewickley Academy, becoming a lifelong learner is becoming the best version of yourself. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
Stay connected with all the action. Follow JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Get the latest highlights, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite sports. Don't miss a second. Follow us today.
Growing up at Sewickley Academy, every single step is a giant leap towards extraordinary, where students are excited about school and develop a love for learning. Our early childhood students begin their adventure here in a world of discovery and wonder, building, creating, and stretching their imaginations, sharing curiosities, and kindness. We help each child with routines that build self-confidence. We lean into learning through exploration, allowing time to observe, question, and reflect. Through personalized attention, we see firsthand what excites them to learn and create lessons from the things they're most interested in, exploring new vocabulary to help communicate thoughts, developing math skills to problem solve, and even discovering talents and passions. Many steps are taken each day, and we make every one count. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
Welcome back. JRM Sports presents Sewickley Academy Basketball Panthers. What a first half, 48-2.
That's not a mistake.
Nope, that's not. There's no hair there. It has been a dominating performance. And Damon, one that, as we see the first half highlights, one that it's more about what Sewickley has done rather than what Propel Braddock Hills was unable to do.
Yeah, I think Sewickley in total had one turnover. They missed about 5 shots in the whole entire half. And we saw Sewickley with that full court press, made them uncomfortable. Then you just generate so many turnovers and high percentage shots, which are dunks and three-pointers and everything else you can think of. It is just unbelievable when they get going. You just can't slow them down. We had multiple people in halftime come up to us and go, this might be one of the best high school teams I've ever seen, and they just can't believe how talented they are, how many depth scoring they have on this team. You had the second unit out there for pretty much the whole second quarter, and they didn't slow down at all. They scored over 20 points as well.
And it will be a abbreviated second half, courtesy of the effort there. Mamadou Kane had a couple highlight reel, high percentage shots.
We had a dunk contest.
We did. we did.
In a high school game, you used to just freak out if you saw one guy rim grace, and in this one you just saw 3 different dunks.
Rob Southall working down low as they kind of went a little bit different tonight with the 8 minutes with the starters, and then went to some of the bench guys
like
in the second quarter.
Jameer Guyton, we haven't seen him as much this year, but 2 emphatic blocks. He had a dunk. Rob Southall, like you said, never makes a lot of mistakes. And over there for Braddock, again, this is a whole new ball game. This is a whole new second half. Keep running your plays. Keep getting better this year. Just act like it's 0-0. I know nobody wants to hear that at home, but again, you just want to execute and come out of this game with something. Remember, these are kids, and they want to play as hard as they possibly can. So you'll see the starting lineup come out here for Sewickley to begin this second half. But you got to think they'd only be in again maybe for the third, and then the fourth you bring in some of the depth again.
It had to be fun calling that Pine Richland game and get a game that was very competitive and back and forth. And
it was one of those games where Sewickley was down, I think, all the way into the third quarter. And just seeing them, okay, this is our first test this year. We got to pass this test.
Yeah.
And Pine Richland, you got to give them credit, as you see Adam Makimba with an easy layup. It was awesome to see them respond, because we saw last year, again, they were a lot of freshmen. Sometimes when they were down, they just wouldn't come back. And then in the playoffs, they always came back. So just show that resilient side and make sure you still have that this year.
Out of the baseline for Propel. Amoka lost it. Battles on his way with the right. Carson D'Antonio, or beg your pardon, Jenkins with it. Jeter. Simpson. Sewickley put up their Unblemished 8-0 record on the line again here this evening.
They'll have a couple of more big tests this year as well. Like you said, they have a 5A matchup. And then in 2A, obviously everybody's circling Jeanette. And it's going to be a fun one eventually this year.
Sewickley has Northgate up next on Friday at the home of the Flames, before being back here at home against Leechburg. The Blue Devils come to town. And then Eden Christian.
They played them tough that first game, too. That's a game that it'll be interesting to see the score in that one. Got to give Eden credit. That first matchup, that was the first time Sewickley didn't mercy roll somebody until the very end of the game. And Eden in that first quarter, I think, held Sewickley to under 15 points, which they're just never used to doing at this point, averaging over 70 a game.
Simpson lost it, regains control, and loses it one more time. Yeah, that Eaton Christian game on the 16th of the month. And they're at Brentwood on the 20th. Quick substitution here. Mikhail Hall into the lineup for the Lions. So Lucas Grimsley there, getting ready to trigger this one in. Sewickley Academy cheerleaders stomping up a storm. Fed to Mamadou, up and fouled. 2 shots coming for Mamadou Keene at the charity stripe.
I love that play, too. It's a fake screen up top, and then he just sneaks right into the lane right there. It's never too early to look ahead. We talk about 2A playoffs. Sewickley, Matt, we talk about if they're going to lose a game. Obviously, they didn't even win 2A last year. A lot of people act like they did. So people are like, they're moving up to 4A. Of course they are. They haven't won a 2A title yet. And that's just how talented this team is. That people are like, well, yeah, they should be moving up. It's like, well, they haven't even dominated the classification they're in yet.
Sure. And the revenge factor of if and when that game against Jeanette will take place. That was the semifinal game and lost to the eventual champion, Jeanette Jayhawks. And they, in most dramatic fashion, came from behind to down Greensburg Central Catholic in the PIAA state semifinals to earn a trip to the sweetest place on earth.
We'll say it because we were there. We thought the semifinal, it was all over. And
yeah.
Just, at any time, this team last year could just turn it on. This year they've learned, okay, we're going to be leading a lot of these games. There's Grimsley again, where you're going to be leading a lot, and it's all about executing and not letting your foot off the gas. And right there, Lucas Grimsley drains another 3. It's crazy how much they've grown in a year, though. A lot of these guys, not many upperclassmen. And then you would hope they take another step next year. Obviously, you'll be losing Lucas Grimsley. Got a funny feeling you have a couple guys that could start in his place, though. We saw that second unit in.
Grimsley, Spencer, and Battles are the 3 seniors that see the most time. And, Justin Brunzik also has quality minutes.
And I was about to say, sorry, forgetting about Caden Battles, sometimes I do, is that he is the leader and the point guard on this team. Finding that new guy that can get the ball to all these talented guys will be a huge factor as well next year. Drew plays shooting guard right now, but I think he might be a guy you could maybe put at point guard as well. But why are we worrying about that? We got a lot of games. Yeah, we got a lot of games. That's just me always.
1st of January here.
A lot of games, a lot of championships to win.
I appreciate the effort from the Panthers. I think it's pretty easy to mail it in a game.
Oh, absolutely.
That is well in hand. And
look how they're defending still to this time. And give Braddock credit. I bet there is teams that wouldn't even come out on the side. They would have said, okay, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
So they come out here. They're still playing hard. And trust me, Braddock, I guarantee the rest of the year will be looking at Sewickley scores, and they are just probably amazed how good this team is, and it's something to strive for every day in practice.
We're talking about seniors. They only have 3
it's
on their roster.
Very young team.
A lot of juniors on this side for the Lions.
Because you're not going to play many better teams in the whole entire WPIAL. So when you're in practice saying, we won one, maybe we're this good, that good, you can always think about Sewickley because that's the model in 2A right now.
That one rims out. Long pass there for Grimsley. Steals back to Grimsley inside. One dribble there for Kimba. Yes. Kimba has 12 tonight. Davis Clay in some trouble and pulled the ball back out to Central. And it rolls out of bounds. And
always somehow finds you.
Yeah, this time it wasn't right under my feet. I paid attention that time.
That's a game ball touch, though. That's 40 minutes from Matt Fargo here.
Yeah. I have all 4 years of eligibility should I use it, right?
I mean, there's some colleges that will take us. That's a whole other conversation we could have on another day. But you have
Mamadou. Two more.
You have guys that have played NBA minutes playing in college now.
13 points for Mamadou Kane.
And that's a guy that will be going to about any college he wants to go to, I have a funny feeling.
Subs check in. That one was tipped out of bounds by Kimba, and that will take us to the end of 3. 60-2. Panthers in control here from Win Palmer Court. Keep it locked to JRM Sports. The finish on the back half of this break.
At Sewickley Academy, we blend a classical education with an eye towards the future. Growing up here, students benefit from continuous innovation and endless creativity, helping to build their character and confidence. Where they are free to experiment in an environment that encourages collaboration and sparks imagination. And where learning goes beyond the classroom walls, balancing structured academics with play-based experiences. Every student's interest is cultivated from the first day to inspire a lifelong love of learning, with guidance that fosters independence, goals, and skills. Growing up at Sewickley Academy means building a solid foundation for future growth and development, where students become who they're meant to be. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
Fourth quarter action here in Sewickley Academy. Panthers look like they're going to move to 9-0.
Maybe.
Lead at 60-2. And caught a lot of high school basketball, David.
I mean, you've done it longer than me, but I have never seen 60-2. And it just shows you how Sewickley has dominated so far on this 8-0 run.
I've done some low-scoring games, especially some girls' games have been low-scoring and in the single digits at times, but this is as dominating a performance as I've ever witnessed. Steele misses the bunny there, and Cornell Allen weaves through some trouble. Tall Cracion Southall steals Guyton out there for the Panthers, and a foul on the floor. Guyton, the sophomore, picks up the foul.
My first ever play-by-play was a single-digit women's game until about the last 5 minutes.
Yeah?
Talk about the first time doing play-by-play.
Nothing like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more common at the girls' level.
Some schools you only have 6 or 7 girls come out for a team. For boys basketball, sometimes you have to turn some away. And football, we both have seen some crazy scores.
Called the lowest scoring game in WPIL history.
2-0?
2-0.
Really?
Yeah. In the Whitfield Championship game.
Really?
Quaker Valley beat Aliquippa.
I jokingly said 2-0. That is unbelievable.
At Heinz Field at the time. Yeah. And then went on to win the state championship in football.
That almost had to turn into an entertaining game.
It's kind of, and we just missed our second basket there for Propel. So Lions back on the board. Here's another steal. Simpkins. And steals, takes it in and lays it up and in.
We get off task every once in a while, but I mean, it's been one of those games for Sewickley. Even the second unit just showing you they can do about anything. Steals now with a couple. We saw a dunk from Eric Cracion, a pass over to Guyton. Guyton has 2 blocks.
Tull picks up the foul. Allen and Amoka on the floor here for the Lions.
Last time, though, 2-0 for football was I said that as a joke.
Nope.
The Matt Fargo lore continues.
Lowest scoring game in stadium history, too. Never to be beat.
Closest was, Steelers won in the Mud Bowl, and it was 3-0.
Yep. Southall. Foul.
Is Rob still getting coached up? They wanted him to go right up with that again. We talked about him in the first half. This team, they could be up by 60. They are up by 60. They're going to be coached at all times. That's what's going to make them great at the next level. If I'm a college coach, especially locally, why not look at all these guys at Sewickley right now, because they're getting coached by a guy that has pro and college experience.
There's Cracion.
And that's a guy, give it a couple years, that will definitely be getting some college interest.
He's fun to watch.
Just so smooth already, being 14 years old, playing high school basketball.
Already has a size, 6'5", as a freshman. What would it be like?
Imagine if they roll him out in that starting lineup.
Rob Southall takes it from 6'7" to 6'9". 3:45 to go in the fourth.
Rob, as we are very complimentary of you, I didn't know he had that in him, to be honest with you. He got some hops, too.
Oh, almost got another one there.
When was the first time you dunked, Matt?
Donuts all the time.
I couldn't dunk either. So, Rob, you're more athletic than us two, and I'm 6'1", so I don't got an excuse. But these guys now, they're dunking for the first time at 14 and 15 years old. It's unreal.
Offensive foul, that shot won't count.
There might be more guys on this Sewickley team that can't dunk than can, and that's just because they haven't hit their growth spurt yet. But it is you've been calling high school games. It used to be if you see one dunk a game, the student section goes crazy, the announcers go crazy. We've seen 6 in this game.
Yeah,
It's just the game has completely changed when it comes to that type of stuff.
Yep. Steele or Simpkins to Amoka. Hall. 2:18 to play here in regulation. Simpkins. A lot of ball movement here from the Lions that we've seen much of tonight.
We just haven't seen a lot of off-ball screens trying to create in space.
Tall bouncing inside to Southall, and that one headed for the Panther bench.
There's some of the young guys from the JV squad and Kimba.
Ibrahim Conte.
Yeah. Senior, give me that ball. I'll shoot it once. Let me shoot it once.
Laughing with the guys on the bench there.
How much those young guys are learning playing JV and then going against this varsity team in practice.
Talked to a couple of the coaches, and they said practices are
they got to be
or
unreal.
something.
As we've seen number 14 go down for Propel, which was Makai Hall. Scored on that layup, but had contact with the back of that hamstring.
Looks like a cramp.
Looks like he's going to be okay. He took a hit when he went up for that layup. Nice tough bucket for him, but somebody's going to take that foul shot. Hope he's okay. No, it happened after, so he just made it no foul contact. So
Kel Hall out, minute to go. Southall, 2 more.
Great play.
He has 10 now. Thinking Kimba will lead all scores with 13. There's a foul. Seconds. Guyton adds a couple more.
They hit their average of 73 a game again. And that points per game is going to go down as well. There's only a 33 coming into the night.
Yeah, a game like this will help that. 73-8, your final. Sewickley Academy moves to 9-0 in the season. They win their first game of 2026 and are well on their way taking care of business here for the Panthers. The win here.
Done. I was going to say that the handshakes are done, and again, 73-8. I don't know if you'll see this in this upcoming schedule, Matt, but a couple tough matchups coming up for Sewickley Academy.
Northgate's up next. They'll go to the home of the Flames on Friday. Then it's the Blue Devils back at home. Sewickley Academy meets the Eden Christian Academy Warriors. You're excited for that one, Damon, and rounds it out at the home of the Spartans, the Brentwood Spartans.
We'll be here for a couple, and again, like I said, Eden Christian's pretty much the team in 2A so far that has given them a game. We'll see if any of these teams can as well. And then, you know, Northgate might be able to be away. Other than that, you might be looking at 12-0 when it's all said and done with Sewickley Academy. And again, can't get too far ahead, but could be an undefeated regular season if they keep this up.
Yeah, score's wrong. They added that last one for, I'm not really sure, but it happened well after the buzzer sounded. But so the final score is 73-8. Sewickley Academy gets it done. For Corey Berger, Jake Mislipchik, and our entire JRM video production crew, thanks for watching. this presentation of Sewickley Academy basketball. For Damon McDermott, I'm Matt Fargo saying we'll talk to you next time. The Panthers win and stay unbeaten. Thanks for watching this presentation of Panther basketball here on JRM Sports. Good night, everybody.